Hello friends, myself Dr. Kirti Shriram Kulkarni and I am from Gokhale Education Society's Arts, Commerce and Science College Jawar. So I welcome you all for the third lecture of SYBSE Chemistry Paper 3, that is Unit 2, Classical Method of Analysis. So in last two lectures we have already discussed about what is the first classical analysis method, and that is volumetry or titrimetry. Then we have also discussed about various definitions involved in that. So very first definition was titrant, that is the solution which is filled in burette. Titrant, that is solution filled in your pipette or conical flask. Then very important one is indicator. Without indicator you cannot find out the color change or where your reaction get completed. So indicator has very important role. And then we have seen what is equivalence point, what is end point, what is titration error. Okay, so the difference between equivalence point and end point is called as titration error. Then we have also seen the various conditions required for titrimetry. Okay, so without this condition fulfilled you cannot carry out the titrimetric analysis. So very first condition was the reaction should be completed and it should be always proceed in forward direction. Second condition was the equilibrium constant for the reaction should be high. Then the reaction which you are carrying out should be simple, rapid and instantaneous. It should be a fast reaction. Then the reaction should be stoichiometric. And the last one, very important, that it should be properly balanced equation form. Means whatever reaction you are carrying out, it should be written in a proper balanced equation. Okay, and the important factor about titrimetry is a suitable indicator must be available. Okay, so that indicator can be a chemical where you can see the color change. Okay, so whenever you use a chemical indicator, initial color is different and after end point the color is different. Therefore the suitable chemical indicator must be available, or at the same time you can also use any instrument, that is potentiometer, conductometer, as an indicator. So if you fulfill all these conditions, then you can carry out titrimetry analysis to find out the unknown concentration of your given sample. Okay, so I hope you are understanding that why we are carrying out volumetry. Okay, so in case of volumetry I will again explain you that a particular solution is given to you where we don't know the concentration in the ion present in that, but we know the volume, because volume we can measure with use of pipette. Okay, so to find out the concentration, unknown concentration, what we do, we titrate the unknown sample with the burette solution whose concentration and volume both are known. Okay, so using the formula N1V1 is equal to N2V2, we can find out the unknown concentration. So in today's lecture we will find out what are the different types of titration. Okay, so see here, the very first reaction involved in titration is called as neutralization reaction. So what is neutralization reaction? It is based on neutralization reaction. Very simple, as the name says, neutralization reaction means it obviously depends upon neutralization reaction, where what happens, H plus ion of acid reacts with OH minus ions of base to form salt and water. So from our childhood, from 9th, 10th standard, we are performing this type of reaction. We all know that when you react acid with a base, you get salt and water. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? We can consider some example, like what is example of acid? We can say HCl. Okay, so HCl contains H plus ion. And what is the example of base? That is NaOH. Okay, so if you add HCl into NaOH, what you will get? NaOH plus H2O. Okay, so NaOH is base, HCl is acid, then you will get NaCl that is your salt, and H2O means your water. So neutralization reaction is very simple, where formation of salt and water take place when you add acid into base. Okay, so this is called as simple neutralization type of reaction. In this case, what happens? The pH of reaction or your particular titration is very important. Okay, so we all know that acid means its pH is less than 7 and base means its pH is more than 7. So when you add them into each other, there is drastic change in pH, and that is only used for the finding out end point of your reaction. So during neutralization reaction, it is very necessary to check for your pH. Okay, so these neutralization reaction or neutralization titrations are of two types, acidimetry and alkalimetry. Okay, these reactions are of two types, acidimetry and alkalimetry. What is the meaning of acidimetry? See, here the involvement of acidic compounds are taken, and in case of alkalimetry, it is a specified reaction using acid base titration to determine the concentration of basic substance. Okay, so when you want to find out concentration of basic substance, you have to use alkalimetry. In case of acidimetry, you have to find out the acid base titration for acidic substance. Very simple, nothing is very difficult in that. So in case of neutralization titration, the concentration of H plus ion changes rapidly toward the end point. We know that acid contains H plus ion, but when you add base, that is from your burette, NaOH, okay, KOH, then what will happen? Because of addition of OH minus ion, the pH will change, and therefore there will be change in concentration of H plus ion during your reaction, and there will be a drastic change in H plus ion concentration near your end point. Okay, so what will happen when your H plus ion concentration changes? Obviously pH will also change, and this property is used in indicator used for this type of reaction. Okay, so what you have to understand in this case, that the indicator should be sensitive to your pH. Okay, so whenever there is change in pH, and what is change in pH? It is nothing but change in H plus ion concentration, right? Because what is pH? It is negative logarithm to the base 10 of H plus ion concentration. So as H plus ion concentration changes, pH also changes, and in this reaction, whatever indicator is there, it should be sensitive to pH. So what kind of indicator you are using here? Examples are phenolphthalein or methyl orange. Okay, so what is their property? That when acidic pH is there, it will show different color, and when basic pH is there, that means OH minus ion concentration is more, then the color is different. So this is the basic idea behind neutralization titration. So we all know that whenever you use phenolphthalein indicator, very simply we say that what is the color change from colorless to pink, right? We get light pink color after your end point. So what is the meaning of that? See, initially, very important, in your conical flask there is acid, right? In your conical flask there is acid, and in that you are adding your phenolphthalein indicator. So now the pH is less than 7 and HCl is very strong acid. Okay, so in that case phenolphthalein is showing colorless color, that means no color. But as you add NaOH from burette solution, now slowly H plus ion concentration is decreasing, right, and OH minus ion concentration is increasing, because you are adding OH minus concentration, that is NaOH, from burette. So slowly what will happen now? pH will increase, and after the end point, the whole HCl from your conical flask will get neutralized by addition of NaOH. So after end point, now there will be no HCl in your conical flask, right? क्यों नहीं होगा HCl? क्योंकि वो सारा HCl NaOH से न्यूट्रलाइज हो गया, राइट? because you are adding drop by drop NaOH from burette. So now after end point there will be only OH minus ion. बराबर है कि नहीं, क्योंकि HCl तो सारा खत्म हो गया, it is neutralized because of addition of NaOH. So after end point there will be only OH minus ion and you can say your pH is now basic, and in that case the phenolphthalein will ultimately show color change, that is pink color. So whenever H plus ions are present, phenolphthalein will show colorless color, and after OH minus ion, that is pH now changed to acidic to basic, immediately it will show pink color. So that is the idea behind neutralization titrations, that the indicator shows two colors, one with acidic pH and one with basic pH. Both colors should be different, right? Then only you can find out the color change, and this way we can carry out neutralization reaction. Okay, so detailed curves, what are the different types of this, that we will see in a later part of our chapter. Okay, now we will see the second type, that is redox titration. Okay, so the name itself suggests you that these reactions are based upon redox type of reaction. Okay, so what is redox? Nothing but reduction and oxidation, right? So in this titration there is transfer of electrons between titrant and titrand. Okay, मतलब आपका burette solution और pipette solution, that is solution in conical flask, वो दोनों में क्या हो रहा है? There is transfer of electrons. Okay, अभी ये transfer of electrons का meaning क्या है? See the third point, that one of the reacting species get oxidized and the other get reduced. Obviously redox reaction हो रहा है, मतलब क्या हो रहा है? आपके पास दो species है, one species or solution is in your burette and one solution or species is in your conical flask. तो दोनों में से एक oxidized हो रहा है और एक reduce हो रहा है, right? So it is the game of electron. One will lose electron, one will gain electron, right? Okay, so loss of electron is called as oxidation and gain of electron is called as reduction. So दोनों में से मतलब कौन दो species? Burette species and conical flask, that is pipette species. एक oxidized हो रहा है और एक reduce हो रहा है. Okay, एक electron loss करेगा, एक electron gain करेगा. So there will be transfer of electron between them. Okay, see the next point here. The potential of the system changes rapidly toward the end point. Hence, the indicator which you use should be sensitive to electron transfer, and that type of indicator is used in this type of titration. इसका meaning क्या है कि in case of your neutralization titration, which type of indicator is used? Which is sensitive to pH change, right? But in case of redox titration, what is happening? कौन से reaction हो रहा है? इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफ़र रिएक्शन. तो हमें ऐसे इंडिकेटर यूज़ करने हैं जो इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफ़र को सेंसिटिव होंगे, राइट? एंड वेन एवर देर इज इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफ़र देर इज चेंज इन पोटेंशियल, राइट? चेंज इन पोटेंशियल मतलब ऑब्वियसली ट्रांसफ़र ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम वन एंड टूवर्ड अनदर एंड. ओके, तो इस केस में हमें ऐसा इंडिकेटर यूज़ करना है विच इज़ सेंसिटिव टू इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफ़र. तो जो इंडिकेटर हमने पहले यूज़ किया वो अब हम यहाँ पे यूज़ नहीं कर सकते. सो हियर विच टाइप ऑफ इंडिकेटर वी आर यूजिंग? डाइफिनाइल अमाइन इंडिकेटर. ओके, तो ये जो इंडिकेटर है इट इज़ सेंसिटिव टू चेंज इन इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रांसफ़र और ऑक्सीडेशन एंड रिडक्शन टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन. सो द रेडॉक्स टाइट्रेशंस आर ऑफ टू टाइप्स, आइडोमेट्री एंड आइडीमेट्री. ओके, सो व्हाट आर देयर टाइप्स, उसमें कैसे रिएक्शन होते हैं, दैट वी विल डिटेल सी इन द लेटर पार्ट ऑफ आवर चैप्टर. ओके, नाउ वी विल सी द थर्ड पार्ट, दैट इज प्रेसिपिटेशन टाइट्रेशन. हम लोग क्या देख रहे हैं? वी आर वॉचिंग द टाइप्स ऑफ टाइट्रेशन, राइट? सो द थर्ड टाइप इज कॉल्ड एज प्रेसिपिटेशन टाइट्रेशन. अभी पहला कौन सा था, न्यूट्रलाइजेशन टाइट्रेशन, सेकंड वन वाज योर रेडॉक्स टाइट्रेशन, और अभी ये थर्ड क्या है, प्रेसिपिटेशन टाइट्रेशन. सो सिंपली दे आर बेस्ड अपॉन प्रेसिपिटेशन रिएक्शन. ओके, व्हाट इज नाउ प्रेसिपिटेशन रिएक्शन? Whenever your reactants are reacting with each other, they should form sparingly soluble product. Okay, what is meaning of sparingly soluble product? अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट जो भी फॉर्म हो रहा है, ओके, प्रोडक्ट कब फॉर्म होगा? when there is reaction between your reactant and reagents, then there will be formation of product. अगर ये प्रोडक्ट सॉल्यूबल है तो प्रेसिपिटेट फॉर्म नहीं होगा, राइट? जैसे कि आप पकड़ लो एग्जाम्पल NaCl. NaCl मीन्स योर कॉमन सॉल्ट, राइट? सो कॉमन सॉल्ट में क्या होता है, इफ़ यू ऐड इन वाटर एंड यू ट्राई टू डिजॉल्व इट, व्हाट विल हैपन? सिंपली द सॉल्ट विल गेट डिजॉल्व इन वाटर. तो आपको प्रेसिपिटेट मिलेगा क्या? नहीं. ओके, बट व्हेन यू फाइंड सम टर्बिडिटी, ओके, और सम काइंड ऑफ precipitation, that type of product is not completely soluble in water and that is called as sparingly soluble compound. मतलब ऐसा कंपाउंड जो वाटर में या आपके गिवन सॉल्वेंट में पूरी तरह से डिजॉल्व नहीं होगा. दैट इज इन अ सिंपल लैंग्वेज वी कैन से. सो whenever you carry out precipitation titration, the formation of final product should be a sparingly soluble product. sparingly मतलब जो completely soluble नहीं है, right? अगर completely soluble हुआ तो क्या होगा? there will be no precipitate. और ये reaction कैसा है? depending upon precipitation. so your compound, your product should be given precipitate. See the third point means there should be formation of precipitate. See the example, reaction of halides with silver nitrate. अगर आप कोई ऐसी रिएक्शन कंसिडर करते हो जिसमें आप क्या कर रहे हो, यू आर रिएक्टिंग सिल्वर नाइट्रेट, ओके, AgNO3 सिल्वर नाइट्रेट विच इज़ रिएक्टिंग विथ नाउ हेलाइड्स. हेलाइड्स कौन कौन से होते हैं? फ्लोरीन, क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन एंड आयोडीन. ओके, दीज आर कॉल्ड एज हेलाइड्स. तो क्या होगा? दीज हेलाइड्स आर विथ वी कैन से Ki, KCl, ओके, ऐसे होंगे, एंड दैट यू आर रिएक्टिंग विथ सिल्वर नाइट्रेट. तो देयर विल बी नाउ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेट. सिंपली आप कंसिडर करो रिएक्शन ऑफ AgNO3 प्लस KCl, रिएक्शन ऑफ AgNO3 प्लस KCl, तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? Agi और AgCl, हाँ, सिल्वर क्लोराइड. तो उस तरह से whenever there is formation of silver chloride, there will be white color precipitate, right? So in this reaction normally we always involve silver nitrate, hence they are also called as अर्जेंटीमेट्रिक टाइट्रेशंस. अभी ये नाम कहाँ से आ गया? वी नो सिल्वर इन लैटिन लैंग्वेज उसका सिंबल क्या है? Ag. ओके, तो इसीलिए इस पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन में प्रेसिपिटेशन टाइट्रेशन में हम मोस्ट इन केस क्या यूज़ करते हैं? सिल्वर नाइट्रेट यूज़ करते हैं. इसीलिए इस टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन को और क्या कहते हैं? अर्जेंटीमेट्रिक टाइट्रेशन, बिकॉज इन मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस सिल्वर नाइट्रेट इज इन्वॉल्व. प्रेसिपिटेशन टाइप ऑफ सिंपल रिएक्शन जो है वो हम इसी टाइप के करते हैं, दैट इज AgNO3 रिएक्टिंग विथ हेलाइड्स, क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन, आयोडीन, फ्लोराइड एक्सेट्रा. तो इसीलिए इस टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शन को कॉमनली क्या कहते हैं? अर्जेंटीमेट्रिक टाइट्रेशन. नाउ सी हियर the end point of the reaction generally determined using Moore's method, Wohlhardt's method or by adsorption indicator method. ये कुछ टाइप्स है जिस टाइप से आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो, वी कैन फाइंड आउट द एंड पॉइंट ऑफ द रिएक्शन. अभी देखो इसमें क्या है, वी डोंट हैव टू यूज़ अ पर्टिकुलर इंडिकेटर. क्यों इंडिकेटर को यूज़ नहीं करना है बताओ? बिकॉज whenever precipitate is formed, that is only your end point. Okay, so silver nitrate is also clear solution and your KCl, Ki is also a clear solution. But when you start titration and when your end point will come, obviously there will be formation of precipitate. और एक बार अगर वहाँ पे precipitate बन गया means there is end point of your reaction. So in this case the formation of product that is your precipitate itself act as indicator. Okay, so ये जो type of method है वो हम किस तरह से determine कर सकते हैं? That methods are called as Mohr's method और Volhard's method. Okay, so और एक type है titration का, that is complexometric titration, that we will see in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.